So this video is going to help answer any questions you might have around the project plan that you submit during week 1, as well as the database Excel file that I developed along with Dr. Klein to help with the tracking of your study. Now first, let's talk about the shared folder that is shared between me and you. It is a Google Drive folder, and here is basically the layout. You have your lit review, your progress documentation, the project plan, proposal guides, prospectus guide, civil dissertation, and resources. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about where the Excel database that will live. That will live under the project plan in this folder here. You will simply store that file in this folder. When you do that, that gives me access, along with you access, to the file. And so at any time, I can go in and see where you're at in your study. So just keep that in mind as we save this file. So if you remember, each week or each term, you have to commit this or complete this project plan, this one-page document, and submit in week 1. You will still do that for all my DBA 8100 and 9000 courses. You'll submit this during week 1. It's a requirement by the department, so we'll continue to do that. But now, what I would like for you to do is also to keep track of your progress using this database. So first, you see at the bottom, I've all the different courses. So everyone takes about 4 DBA 8100s. Now, I know there's some exceptions to that, but don't focus on that now. All right. So if this is your first DBA 8100, you would simply use this tab. All right. If this is your second, then you would click here. If this is your third, and so forth and so on. If you're in a 9000, you can just click here if it's the first 9000 that is with me, and just use the DDB 9001, and then so forth and so on. Okay? Now, so let's look. All these forms are the same. And so, do you need to complete this every time you start a new term? Yes and no. You can simply copy this form and paste it into the next one. So you don't have to go in and hand enter everything that you've already done in previous. So just keep that in mind. So the important thing about this is that you fill out the top part with your name, the number of 81 courses taken, 9,000 courses taken, and then your best phone number for me to reach you at, and then when you're trying to complete your dissertation or your doc study. If we come here and we look, we have all the different components of prospectus, section 1 and section 2 and 3. Okay. Now, notice if I hover over one of these sections, it will actually tell you the rubric for it. So make sure if you have trouble, look at this. Notice that this one also has a video tutorial if you would like to watch the video tutorial. So let's say you're starting a year. You put your basically your plan for the term that you had right here. So simply I would copy this and paste. Well, I said you would paste. Anyway, you would paste that right there. Then you would basically see where you're at. So you've already got a problem statement that's approved by me. And when I say approved, this is what I'm talking about. So you see this comment that I would leave in your section. I will simply put, when I'm satisfied with the section, I'll simply put approved section, leave this comment, in future submissions so I know not to review. That means I'm not going to waste my time reviewing something I've already approved. I'm going to move on to your next one, all right? So once you get that comment in your paper, then you can come here and say complete approved by chair. All right. Notice that we have 4 columns. We have starting status, current submission status, and course ending. So let's say before you started your 4th DDD BA 8100, you've had an approved problem, approved purpose, and approved nature of the study. Okay. Your current submission status is basically what you're working on right now for this term. Is you're working on the research questions. Now, notice that you have research questions for quant and qual. All right. So if you're doing the quant, then you would obviously use these 2 sections here, and you would yellow out these. So you don't need them. Okay. If you were doing qual, then you obviously would yellow out these. So if you say you're drafting your hypotheses, your research question, and your theoretical framework, then I know that that's what you're working on. And all right, now what you plan is actually your goals for the term. So you want to have a complete three sections by the end of the term. All right. Then at the end of the term, you'll actually come in here and you'll say, all right, I did that, and I'm revising this. All right. So I know this is not perfect, and I'm looking forward to getting your feedback. But please note that if you're drafting something and you're ready for me to review it, then all you have to do is come in here and simply say ready for review. Ready for review. And when I go and pull your assignments for the term, I will come to this and say, okay, what sections do I need to focus on for my review? So it helps me give you more efficient and effective feedback that will hopefully make you move quicker through your study. So once I do that, I can simply save this to my desktop or to a file on my folder on my computer, and I could simply. Now, when you're ready to save your updated project plan, you simply just need to find the file on your local computer and then drag it into the folder in Google Drive. And what's going to happen is it's going to load it there and save it there, and then I will be able to access it just like you do. Now, I know this is not probably a perfect system, and I'm looking forward to your feedback, but I hope that this will help both of us keep track of where you are, where you're trying to go, and hopefully make you quicker and faster through your doc study. I look forward to your feedback. Thanks.